Alright guys, we've got a spicy one for you today. So, we're jumping into Pauper. It's a format I've played a lot, but I've only posted a couple videos on. But I think I'm going to start getting into more constructed formats. You can do crazy stuff like this. I'm going to go through the deck. It's a Goblin Storm. In case you can't tell, we have a bunch of goblins. So, the way the deck basically works is Brightstone Ritual is the key card. And it's 1 mana, add red for each goblin on the battlefield. So, all of your cards like Hordling Outburst, Krenko's Command, Dragon Fodder and stuff act like rituals and combo pieces because the way we win is often Entwined Goblin War Party. So this card works double duty in that it kind of gives us mana, right? You can cast this for 4 mana and make 3 gobos, or you can use it to pump your team and win the game. So we basically need to get up to like 10 goblins, or really 7 goblins into a Goblin War Party and win the game. And it's not so hard. So Kodoltha Rebirth is basically Dark Ritual in this deck because it costs 1 and it makes 3 goblins. And you second artifact, we have Seed of the Synod and Great Furnace plus Springleaf Drum. So you usually have something to sacrifice for not too much of a cost. Shared Discovery is kind of like Ancestral Recall. It just requires tapping 4. And 4 is a little bit annoying because like the most we can make is 3. So this card's a little hard to cast, but You'll see the games is not too bad. And then as far as Goblin producers go, we have 4 Mog War Marshal, 4 Krenko's Command, 3 Goblin Instigator, and 2 Dragon Fodder. In my opinion, all of these cards are basically the same, except Mog War Marshal is slightly better because he can like chump block and still give you a Goblin on the next turn. So definitely run 4 of this. And then the rest don't seem to matter, but I just run a collection of them. And then Battle Hymn is basically a backup Brightstone Ritual. It's a little bit worse because it costs 2, but it still adds tons of mana. And then the main way to win is through Goblin War Party, but we do have one of Goblin War Strike. I think Fog and like Moment's Peace are pretty popular in Pauper right now. In the like not Eldrazi, Tron decks, just the Tron decks. So just having one way to just like hit your opponent for 20 damage in the face is worth it. And then Distant Melody is kind of the way we keep our card quantity going. This basically reads 4 mana, draw 8 to 12 plus cards. Basically, if you cast this card like 1 time, you're set up. If you cast this card twice, you should just win the game because you're going to have a bunch of goblins out. That's all our deck does. And that's the whole deck. I have a sideboard technically. I don't think there's really much room for this deck to sideboard. So I probably won't ever use it, but probably one card you guys might be wondering why it's not in here is Goblin Bushwhacker. And maybe it should be in here. I kind of mostly just want to play the go big and kill them all at once strategy. Like Goblin Bushwhacker when you're trying to combo out is pretty bad, unless you're killing them, at which point you might as well just play Goblin War Party. Because you'll see we can get a ton of mana in this deck. And then on the same line, Goblin War Strike. So like we kind of have the option to sideboard into like a Goblin Bushwhacker, Goblin War Strike, low to the ground aggro deck. You know, if we cut the Goblin War Parties and maybe a couple Distant Melodies and Springleaf Drums or something to kind of move into that. And then just some random cards. Stink Scourger could be useful. Probably won't bring it in. Mountains against land destruction, I guess. And then Script Prospector mostly brought this in to talk about it. I was really excited about putting this card in the deck when I first started building it and testing it, but it turns out like sacrificing your goblins to add mana is pretty bad when your win condition is attacking with goblins. So although this card seems like it would be great and it can generally, you know, make a bunch of mana for you, I just don't think the cost is worth it. You might want to run like maybe 1, because there are situations where like just short 1 or 2 mana. And that could like bridge the gap. But usually when you go off, you like have, you know, 30 plus mana. So I just don't think that card's worth it. But I'll keep trying it and building it and see if this is worth it. And that's the deck. We're going to jump into a Pauper League and see you guys round 1. All right, we're playing against G Bizzo. We're going to go first. And let's see, we have Goblin War Strike, Battle Hymn, Goblin War Party, and Distant Melody. So we're really close. I think I'm going to keep this because a lot of our top decks are going to be 2 mana goblins that make 2 goblins. And then, you know, War Party into Battle Hymn can kind of get there. Also, opponent mulliganing to 4 I think is pretty nice for us. We might just win off attacking at that point. Yep. Everyone's playing Snow. Ooh, see the Synod was a good draw. I don't really want them to know about that. Alright, if we can draw Goblins next turn, that would be pretty good. Because having your turn 4 Goblin War Party be your first play seems pretty bad, and our opponent's already pretty close to undoing their mulligan. So we gotta go kind of quick. The good thing is these red-white decks have very little to interact with us. Rebirth, okay. Rebirth is something. So I can wait a bit. They mulligan, so we're in no real rush. But Rebirth into Battle Hymn does generate mana. Alright, there's the Astrolabe they bounced. Of course, Skyfisher bouncing an Astrolabe. Okay, so they've effectively undone their mulligan, but that's fine. We're about to draw like 10 million cards. So what do we do now? I think I'm just going to play Goblin War Party and pass. This does two things. Number one, it makes our opponent think our deck is pretty bad. They're like, oh, wow, this guy is just playing goblins. So maybe they don't like care too much. And then next turn we can go Kadoltha Rebirth, Battle Hymn, Distant Melody. And if Distant Melody hits us like another Battle Hymn, how much mana will we have? So we'll have Rebirth costs red, and then Battle Hymn costs 2. So we're gonna have 2. We'll have 8 mana. Yeah, we'll have plenty. Okay. And just look how much better Goblin War Party was in this situation than a Bushwhacker would have been. Ooh, Shared Discovery. Okay, so let's go Seat of the Synod, sack this to Rebirth. I think we kind of just go for it here. Battle Hymn into Distant Melody does a lot. Yeah. Distant Melody, name Goblin. Okay, now we're getting there. Sweet. So let's go for, I think, another Kadoltha Rebirth, probably. Sacrificing the Furnace. And I kind of want to Manamorphose before I Ritual in case I hit. No, we'll Ritual first. So get a bunch of mana. Manamorphose with these two. Add blue, blue. Cast Distant Melody. I think I want to play Mog War Marshal. It draws 2 effectively. And that's 1, 2, 6. So we still have enough mana. I just want to make sure I can hit like a Battle Hymn or something. Name Goblin. Okay, good. So now we have Battle Hymn. So let's go Instigator. This is what we're talking about. I guess we can go with Hordling Outburst. No, Instigator's safer. Place Instigator. Just in case, I don't know. We have so many Flowstone Rituals here that I think we kind of just win the game now. Play this Ritual. Play Hordling Outburst. Let's filter some blue here. Kadoltha Rebirth, sure. Here we go. Brightstone Ritual. Shared Discovery. I guess Faithless Looting works too. Discard 2. Play Mog War Marshal. Make a Gobbo. I'm loving this so much right now. So we're gonna Manamorphose for blue, blue. Goblin Instigator. Technically we can just kill them with Goblin War Strike, but I want to play around a removal spell. Plus I'm having fun, so let's get some cards. So there's the Goblin War Party. That is just lethal. So we can go Mog War Marshal. And then go Battle Hymn. We'll just play this Entwined. And we can just Goblin War Strike for good measure here. So now they're like double dead. And even if they somehow like counter this and stop us, we can still get them. Okay, sweet. All right, this is what I'm talking about. No sideboarding, run it back. Yeah, this hand's pretty good. Opponent mulliganed as well. What kills us? Electrickery? What is with them and mulliganing so much? They mulled the 4 again. That's very unfortunate. But I guess, you know, if that's your start, it works. All right, now we're talking. Springleaf Drum, pass. Don't really need to Kadoltha Rebirth just yet. Ooh, okay. Let's play War Marshal. We kind of need this Springleaf Drum to play Hordling Outburst. So I'm going to wait on that. But we can actually just go for a combo kill with the very fast Goblin War Party. I don't think we even need any card draw at this point. Yep, they play the Astrolabe. That's good. Yep. This is what I'm talking about. It's just so dirtily. Like, none of this matters. Okay, Great Furnace is good, because now I can go with Hordling Outburst. I can't quite kill them this turn. I think next turn is lethal, though. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 goblins. Oh, could I have gone Kodoltha Rebirth? Actually, I might have... Wait, let me think about this. They had 1 blocker. I tapped Springleaf Drum for 5. Oh, I could have killed them, actually. I go Kodoltha Rebirth, sacrifice something, and then Goblin War Party just to pump my team. And I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's not enough. Never mind. Ooh, Manamorphose is kind of nice. So let's go red, Manamorphose for red. Log War Marshal. So that card is free. I think now it's probably lethal. I don't need this blue. So I go Kodoltha, let's go Seed of the Synod. Probably sack that to Kodoltha Rebirth. Springleaf Drum to add red. Brightstone Ritual. Cast Entwine. Move to combat. And that's 24 damage. That's nothing to joke about. That's a turn 4 kill in Pauper. With like a lot of fallback. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Shatun? I don't know. We're going first. Yeah, this hand's pretty good actually. We're missing... We need like a little bit to bridge the gap because casting, like I said, Shared Discovery is awkward and that you need, I kept 7. You need 4 and a lot of the goblins like make 3 goblins. But if we draw another like Mog War Marshal or any of those guys, then we can cast Shared Discovery on turn 3, which is pretty good. That's a lot of Brightstone Rituals. I almost want a Manamorphose here or blue-red to see if we draw anything better. Just having more information is like always good. So we're just cycling this. Ugh, that's not good. That's not good. So we're very well set up to combo if we can get 4 goblins in play. But that might be hard. Normally I wouldn't cycle Manamorphose in that position because, wow, another snow-covered plains. Because we need blue for Shared Discovery, but we also need to draw lands and have creatures in play. So like, this just makes sure we can do all of that. I will not pay for that. Land? Rebirth. Yeah, this happens sometimes. So we could theoretically double cast Brightstone Ritual into Goblin War Party. That seems a little suspect, but not crazy, right? So this gives us 2 mana, and then this puts us up to 3, and then 4 we cast that. The next turn we can start Shared Discovering. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Go ahead. Yeah, really awkward, but I think we just gotta do that. I don't know. That could have been really spewy, but like if we just keep missing over and over again, we're just gonna keep falling behind, and we have 2 Ancestrals in our hand, so rebuilding's not that hard. So they bolt 1. If they have 2 removal spells, they don't know this, but that would just completely kill us. Okay, we do not. Pretty glad I went with the play that I did. I'm only running 3 Shared Discovery because drawing multiples is generally so awkward. I mean, as you're seeing here. I'm gonna go with Dragon Fodder because we need the mana off Kodoltha Rebirth. So opponent hits us for some damage, probably gains some life and kills another goblin. No attacks off this core Skyfisher. Sure. So far I like our chances because we have Ancestral Recall in our deck and they do not. Okay, now we can go Seed of the Synod into Mog War Marshal. So here's the example of it being better is now we can chump block Seeker the way. And I don't think I have any spells here, so we'll just pass. The main thing to do here is keep our life total high. Sure. Like, yeah, you draw cards, that's cool. I'm playing 1 mana, draw 3, you're playing 4 mana, draw 1. They didn't even want to gain life, okay? And this is the benefit of not playing Goblin Bushwhacker, is everyone thinks they can block. But I'm going way bigger than that. Ooh. Battle Hymn is a big game, so... How does this work? Tap this for blue. Let's see, I tap this for blue, I cast Kodoltha Rebirth. on sacking that. And then I have 3 mana. I play Battle Hymn into Distant Melody. Okay, I like that. Codal the Rebirth, sacrificing this. Yeah, so we use this to play Battle Hymn. We still have blue mana up. And we still have a land drop. Sure. 10 Distant Melody. Draw cards for goblins. Okay, so we have a Flowstone Ritual. Okay, we have a lot of things to do here. Goblin Instigator is free. Goblin Instigator is free. And I believe I want to cast this Codaltha Rebirth. Sacking this. Then, so I need to keep up blue. So I don't think I can play this Dragon Fodder. But I can play Brightstone Ritual into Springleaf Drum to get blue. Into Distant Melody, which basically should just draw our whole deck. Goblin. Okay, so we need mana. Yeah, we have 14. Let's play Hordeling Outburst. Log War Marshal. And we have the Goblin War Party, so that should just be lethal. We'd have to make sure we don't deck ourselves here. I wonder if a variant of this deck with Lab Maniac would ever be a thing. Alright, so add red. Add a bunch of red. Cast this with Entwine. That's way more than lethal, but I kind of want to go bigger. So let's go Seed of the Synod. Tap for blue, make some goblins that way. Metamorphose. Add red. Krenko's Command. Yeah. Okay, that's probably enough. Our opponent has suffered plenty. Make some gobos, give all our things bigness, and swing for lethal. Boom! That's what do you think, guys? You think it's more than lethal? It's actually kind of close. No, it's not even close. Never mind. They're not 1/1s. They're 2/2s. All right. Yeah. So no sideboard. Yeah, this hand's good, especially for being on the draw. I mean, basically any hand that has turn 2 Goblin Instigator plus like turn 3 or 4 make 3 goblins is probably going to be good enough. I don't think I want a Faithless Looting yet. I like saving Faithless Looting for the combo turns. Because we already have everything we need. We want to hit 4 lands for Goblin War Party and stuff like that. Yeah, opponent has Seeker of the Way. There you go. Instigator and a Hordeling Outburst, just like we drew it up. We are lacking blue mana, which is a little bit worrisome. Okay, double Seeker. I don't know. I feel like people don't play like Trickery in the sideboard because why would you? Ooh. How close are we? Sorry. How close are we to killing them right now? Not that close. Not close, okay. I always get excited and then remember this only pumps for 1 extra damage. But if we top deck, let's see, what are we trying to draw here? I mean, just more goblins is always good. Opponent has a wall, but that wall is like not good enough. Take 2. Okay, so what do we do here? I can go Brightstone Ritual, or I can go Codaltha Rebirth into Brightstone Ritual, Battle Hymn, Goblin War Party, Entwine, and that gives me 6 extra goblins, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's not quite lethal. So let's Faithless Looting and see what we can find there. Okay, Seed of the Synod is good. That's blue. So I'm going to discard Mountain, Seed of the Synod. Then I play Seed of the Synod. And again, I can't kill them, right? Because this is... I make 6 goblins, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. So these get taken. I can hit them for 14 damage right now. That's not enough. But we have blue. So now Distant Melody, basically any card draw and we can just win on the spot. And our opponent's like pretty confined on mana and doesn't really want to attack. This feels like a Searing Blaze. How much damage is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't think they can kill us, but if they gain 6, I think I just take it all. Well, The real question is, what's more likely? Me killing them next turn? Because if I take it all, right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If I take everything, I die to just their flyers next turn. I think that gives me the best shot. Yeah, figured they had Searing Blaze. But they have no blockers, so if I draw any like Goblin producer, I think we can still go off. Oh, or that, okay. That's pretty good. Let's go blue, red. Cadoltha Rebirth, sacrificing itself, or sacrificing Great Furnace. Okay, so now we go Brightstone Ritual, 7. Now I can cast just a regular Goblin War Party. This isn't nowhere near lethal, right? I guess there's no need yet. I could just go Distant Melody. That puts me down to 3 cards, or 3 mana. And I draw a bunch of, yeah, let's do that. Goblin. Okay, this is way better. So now I have a bunch of free spells. With 4 mana and 1 up, I think I'm just gonna go for lethal. I only have 1 Battle Hymn though. This is kind of tricky. So I can go Mog War Marshal, Krenko's Command, and that'll put me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 goblins off a Goblin War Party. And that should be lethal. Okay, let's do that. Great Furnace, Mog War Marshal, make a Goblin, Krenko's Command, make goblins, Battle Hymn, 11. So now I have enough mana to play Hordling Outburst, or I can just go Goblin War Party and Twine, and then play a Goblin War Party. Yeah, that does it. Swing for lethal. Hey! Hey! Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against QB Turtle 15. That's okay, let's go first. We're winning all the die rolls, we're winning all the games. This hand's perfect. Pretty happy with how everything's going right now. Alright, lead off on the tap land. Yep. Okay, this looks like Delver, and Daze was banned, but Foil was not, so this might be a tough matchup. Second Distant Melody makes me feel quite a bit more confident, so we're going to play Mog War Marshal. Okay, Counterspell is also legal in Pauper. Okay, let's hit for 1. Yeah. Then we go Springleaf Drum. Okay. That was pretty gross, actually. We kind of needed that a lot. I got greedy, because I could have just jammed a Goblin Instigator. Forgot about Spell Stutter Sprite. Okay. And then they ninja it back. Yep. That is the Pauper sequence. Okay, opponent's tapped out, but we don't have that much mana. I guess we could draw a land. Land off the top would be very good. Okay. Now what? I can go Cadoltha Rebirth, 5. 1 mana short. That Springleaf Drum getting countered kind of ruined us. Yeah, I can Rebirth the Seed of the Synod, and then I only have 2 mana though. And that means I can't really cast Battle Hymn next turn either. So I think what I do... Well, Spell Stutter Sprite countering with X equals 2 is a problem, so let's attack. Because then they can just hold up Battle Hymn. Or hold up Spell Stutter Sprite. Yeah, I think I just have to make a bunch of goblins here. Blue Delver has a tough time dealing with a ton of goblins, and if I can just like find a time to cast Battle Hymn, then I think we're golden. So we're just gonna do it all here. Let's go Cadoltha Rebirth first. Yeah. Okay, and then Goblin Instigator. If this was the 1 mana spell, that would be way better. But this way we can like double block the ninja. Opponent's gonna have a hard time countering our stuff. And if we ever draw a land and get to untap, if we ever draw a land and our opponent is tapped out of counterspells, we can go for Distant Melody. I like that too. So we know they have Spell Stutter Sprite and our attacks are not good, so we're just gonna pass. Yeah, because we could have theoretically gone for Battle Hymn into Goblin War Party, but they have counterspells up, so. Yeah, they preordained. Let's see how they preordained. Oh, I don't like Delver. 1 bottom, 1 top. Okay, so they probably kept Delver. So they just hold up counterspells and build up. See, this is the problem. Now Delver's gonna flip. Okay, I like Great Furnace. Yeah, I pass. Their clock is still not that fast. And now if we just draw a land, we can just run out a Distant Melody. Yeah, so this flips off Ponder. Makes sense. Okay, so Spellstutter Sprite can now counter X equals 3. A ninja? No. Okay. Alright, deck, land off the top. Interesting. Okay, let's wait for him to tap out. We have 2 must counter cards. With 4 mana up, I feel less good because Spellstutter Sprite and Counterspell can both save them. But if they keep, you know, if they tap out to like play a ninja off the Fairy Seer and they think having 1 Counterspell up is enough, they will be woefully mistaken. Okay, no plays end of turn. We're dying, but okay, now we're dying pretty quick. Yep. Take 2. Land. Okay, I'm just gonna jam Distant Melody here because that does not work with Spellstutter Sprite, so they have to use a counterspell. Daze is not legal in the format, so they can foil it. Yeah. Okay. No attacks. Next turn we can either try and jam Distant Melody, but I feel like next turn we're just gonna have to tap out. Oh, Delver did not flip. Okay. How did they ponder here? They did not. Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. Ninja. Use your ninja. Ah, okay. Fine. They're holding up Spellstutter Sprite. That's fine. Foil does beat us, but that's okay. I guess I go for the easier target, right? Let's go Brightstone Ritual first. Okay, so that counters it. Let's go battle him. So we have 7 mana. Our opponent's at 17 life. They have a lot of blockers. So I think we kind of have to go for Distant Melody now. This is nowhere near guaranteed, but it's a pretty good setup. Wow, that's pretty bad actually. Yeah, because we're dead next turn. Goblin War Party. We make all these 2/2s. They take block 1, 2, 3, 4. So they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can hit them for 13, but that's not lethal. So I think we have to go for a Shared Discovery. And this one's gotta get pretty lucky with what it hits. Yeah, that's what I was worried of. Well, if we survive until next turn, which I don't think we can, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they have exactly lethal in play. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, we're just dead. We gave it a good shot though. And Delver might even flip too. Snap. Yeah, okay, so we're dead, but we gave it a good shot, and game 2 should be better. I'm just gonna concede here. No sideboarding. Alright, we're gonna go first. Being on the play against Delver is huge. His hand has potential, that's for sure. Alright, opponent keeps 7 after thinking about it for a bit. And we're gonna go turn 1 Springleaf. And then turn 2 Krenko's Command. And then turn 3 Hordling Outburst, so it's pretty good. Ooh. I kind of want to play... Is Spell Pierce a card they would play? I want to play Mogg War Marshal. I don't know. Maybe they have Spell Pierce or something. Hydroblast. That is one. That is definitely a card I maybe would sideboard, like some red Elemental Blasts, but I just like... I feel like if you top deck those when you're trying to go off, you're just going to have a really bad time. I don't want to have a bad time. Let's go Krenko's Command. Counterspell. Jeez. Okay. Go ahead. So they ponder. How did they shuffle? They did not shuffle. Okay. That signals to me Spellstutter Sprite, almost for sure. So I'm just going to pass. I don't want to run Kodaltha Rebirth into a Spellstutter Sprite. That seems pretty devastating. Yep. Okay, well now I can't really... actually, no, I can play around it. Hordling Outburst can still get there. How did they scry? 2 cards on top, right? I don't think we're winning this one. Yeah. Go. Yeah, this deck's pretty slow if they counter like your first couple goblins, I think. That's definitely one weakness I've noticed. Though this feels like they're gonna hit us with a ninja now. Yeah, as always. Land. Okay. It does get around Spellstutter. Red Elemental Blast, Counterspell, it does not. Yeesh. Okay. That is, it's a lot of permission. This is Delver doing Delver things pretty well. I don't know, maybe I should have Kodaltha Rebirth at some point. But, I mean, we still have outs to, like, draw a land and go big. We're not dying so quickly. That scares me. Okay. So they have another ninja. I think they messed up. Ugh, okay. Alright, deck land. Springleaf Drum. Might as well go for it. Yep. Play another. I think we're gonna pack this one up, guys. They counter Springleaf Drum. We're just dead. Alright, we're gonna move on. See you guys next round. Alright, we are here for round 1 against Winged Hussar. Let's go first. This hand's definitely keep. We have 2 Faithless Lootings to find our second land. And we have a great Furnace so we can code out the Rebirth. So pretty good. So play the land, Faithless Looting. Ugh, that was not good. Probably don't need... I kind of want to discard both Goblin War Parties. The problem with doing that is like, we end up with... I guess 1 left in the deck is still a fine way to win the game. So we'll just do that and pass. Opponents on the snow deck. Pretty much everyone's playing this, which is kind of why I thought the Goblins deck would be better. Their deck dirtles and draws cards, and we just don't care about that at all. We draw cards better. We dirtle better. We just gotta find lands. Currently, we don't find lands better. Holy cow. Okay, Brightstone Ritual is better than Battle Hymn. Metamorphose will be kind of necessary for casting a Distant Melody. So, Hordling Outburst... This is really tough. I think I discarded this and Dragon Fodder. But yeah, we gotta hit a land soon. Opponent plays Urza's Power Plant. Wow, for real? Alright, go. Opponent impulses end of turn. I like this Power Plant art. This looks like a fake card. Like, I don't know what this is, but it definitely does not look like a real Magic card. Evoked Moldrifter, alright. See, this is ideally if we had been hitting land drops, we'd be set to go off next turn. Obviously we haven't, but this is kind of the main appeal of this deck. How bold are we? Because I could go Kadoltha Rebirth. No, we gotta wait. Like, okay, so opponent hits Tron next turn. Dinrova Horror becomes kind of scary. This is kind of unreal. I still can't Kadoltha Rebirth. I'm just gonna discard a Goblin Instigator, I guess. So, do your worst, opponent. If they play Dinrova Horror, we basically just scoop. Then we can't ever hit land drops, and it's kind of over. But if they just want a Moldrifter, like, sure. Yeah, sure. Trinket Mage for lands, you got it. None of this matters as long as I hit a land this turn. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Let's start off with... there's no way I can go off right now. I think I just got to play the Mog War Marshal and then wait a turn. But next turn, we could be close. We go like... If we draw a red source, I think we could maybe be close to going off. Because we go Kadoltha Rebirth into Brightstone Ritual, get 5 mana. It'll be close. Sure. We're just gonna... We have no effects. If the opponent wants to keep drawing cards, that's fine. If they don't interact with us, they're going to die pretty quick, though. Sure. So, yeah, we need to try and kill them soon. The problem is they've gained a bunch of life, so, like, hitting for 32 is definitely possible, but not... I mean, we're basically on turn 3 and our opponent is on turn 6. Alright, the opponent impulses, plays Expedition Map, probably attacks. We can chump with Mog War Marshal, so... not going to play Upkeep. They discard a lot. Alright, we just got to dodge a Dinrova Horror next turn. And, I think we got a shot. Well... We have to draw a land this turn, then dodge Dinrova Horror. Okay, so I can go Metamorphose, adding red, and then Kadoltha Rebirth, Brightstone Ritual, but we're still a little bit short then, so I think I just got to play a Mog War Marshal and pass. A land there would have been super good because Hordling Outburst would have given us like quite a lot of mana, and then we could like Brightstone Ritual into Distant Melody with still having mana up. Okay, that's what I was worried about. They used 1 Ghostly Flicker, so we still maybe have a chance, but losing our land is rough. I think at this point, Mog War Marshal is kind of too anemic. Also very replaceable, so I think we just have to try and go for it next turn. And hope, like, Metamorphose draws us into something. Oh, unless they have... Okay, yeah, just a Moldrifter. It's not the end of the world. Alright, deck, what do we want to draw? Now I don't want to draw lands. I think a second copy of Brightstone Ritual could maybe get there. Definitely not paying the echo. Dragon fodder. Okay, so we have a couple options. We can hope they don't have ghostly flicker. We can go Manamorphose for double red, Kodoltha Rebirth, Brightstone Ritual, and if we hit a blue source, how much mana does that give us? We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We hit a blue source that could maybe get there. I think we gotta go for it. Manamorphose basically has to draw us into something useful. So double red, including another Manamorphose. Oh, they have Spell Pierce, Dispel. Alright, we're dead. I guess we're not dead. They have to kill us, but that's kind of brutal. Main deck Dispel. Alright, we're gonna take it all. I'll scoop to Rolling Tumbler and Enrova Horror. That's about it though. Alright, they got us with Rolling Tumbler. Okay, so game 2, game plan is draw more lands. We are only playing 16, but that's kind of a lot, especially with 3 Springleaf Drum. We should be able to get there, so I'm just gonna run it back. Alright, let's go first and get a good hand. There we go. Yeah, this hand has basically everything we want except for a Distant Melody, which we can just draw, so that's really nice. I'm just gonna lead off on Springleaf Drum turn 1. Faithless Looting's good. I don't really have anything I want to discard right now, so let's play the Instigator. I suppose I could Faithless Looting into Hydroblast, of course. Yeah, no Faithless Looting right now. That card is very good against our deck. Yep. Okay, so that's a good card to discard. Let's go with Goblin Instigator. We could also just wait a turn because having extra mana is also pretty nice. Sure. Pass turn. Yep, opponent cast Impulse. They're very set up for the old turn 4 Tron. Well, we got mana. That's for sure. Let's start off with a Faithless Looting, because we basically want to find a Distant Melody. Ooh, I like Hordeling Outburst. Let's see. Now we're kind of limited on Goblin, so I almost have to discard Brightstone Ritual plus Mountain here, because I need one of these. Yeah, I think I discard Ritual plus Mountain, and then I tap you to add red. Cast Hordeling. Attack for 1. So now we have Distant Melody is a good draw, and what is it called? The blue tap 4 creatures to draw 3 is good. Of course, opponent has Tron. Okay. So far we can beat a Muldrifter. Tower's the one that taps for 3 though. I don't love that. Yep. Alright, deck. Distant Melody. Hordeling Outburst, okay. Do we wait one more turn? I mean, we kind of have to, right? I don't have any good attacks. We'll play that and pass. So we can discard this card if they hit us with a Enrova Horror. Okay, so opponent's passing turn, I assume with like Condescend up, which is kind of scary because we have a very hard time beating counterspells. I would feel much safer if they just like tapped out for a spell. Hydroblast, Moment's Peace. Okay, we can beat a Moment's Peace. We actually can. Alright, deck. Distant Melody. Shared Discovery, that's a good start. Okay, let's start there. Shared Discovery, draw a bunch of cards. Ugh. Only Gobos. Do I wait? I feel like I wait at this point. I mean, Rolling Tumbler really kind of wrecks us, but I would have to get like super lucky. Let's see, I can Brightstone Ritual and get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Or, yeah, because I don't have enough mana to Kodoltha Rebirth. And then I Faithless Looting down to 7, and I only draw 2. I honestly think I have to wait one more turn. Alright, this looks like a horror to me. Oh, Mnemonic Wall, getting back. Ooh, Hydroblast is going to be hard to beat. Okay. Take 2. Not pay the echo. Swiftwater Cliffs. Okay, so what can I do now? My opponent can Teachings for a counterspell, but if they don't counter this, then I think we have a decent shot at going off. But we're not under any pressure. You know what? Let's just keep making goblins. I don't really see the reason to just go for it yet. Right? Because, yeah, we know they can tutor up a counterspell. Okay, now they get Flicker. So they have Flicker plus Wall plus Muldrifter. Yeah, so we're just going to let them combo off. It's basically they have 3 mana, draw 2. They have infinite divinations. And they're kind of low on mana, so for like Rolling Templar can't really kill us. So if we either draw Distant Melody or like a second Brightstone Ritual to get a counterspell out of their hands, we could get somewhere. Okay, so they have Teachings up, but not enough mana to play Teachings plus get a spell. So I think now is our shot. Whirling Outburst, okay. Gotta sit up in the chair right now. I mean, Faithless Looting basically has to find us a castable spell here. So we're gonna go Kadoltha Rebirth, sacking the Furnace. Okay, now we go Brightstone Ritual. That just snap happened. All right, let's go Faithless Looting. And this has got to find a card draw spell. It did not. That's unfortunate. All right, well, I think we're on the secondary game plan of just make a bunch of goblins and attack them. They have Moment's Peace, which is the problem. But I think that was our best shot. They clearly tapped out because they didn't have any interaction. Yep. And 10, 11, 12, 13... So Goblin Warstrike off the top is also lethal. So we have so many ways to kill them if we just draw any of our action. Okay, so they have Infinite Fogs, but we still have Goblin Warstrike, which does damage to their face. The opponent just draws a bunch of cards. I don't even think they're running Denrova Horror. Okay, I mean, that's a great start if they don't counter it. Condescend, Prohibit, sure. I mean, we're still not dying though. Like I attack, they have to Moment's Peace. Okay, I don't even have to attack now. Yeah, and cards like Moment's Peace, like being so common, I think are why I don't really like running the Goblin Bushwhacker game plan, because like now Bushwhacker would be in our deck as a terrible top deck. I wonder how the opponent's deck actually wins if they're not running Denrova Horrors. Alright, they're just playing a lot of cards and a lot of spells here. But if they don't kill us soon, like, we could definitely just win on time as well. Like, if we go to game 3 somehow, like, it's almost guaranteed they have counter spells for anything we could want to do. Sure. Sure. Nothing's happening right now. I just have to catch them, like, when they're tapped out. Like, the way I win this game is I top deck the Goblin Warstrike, and whenever they like tap out too low, I just get them. Oh. Okay. Well, now that's not an option. So now we just have to go off real big. Springleaf Drum, sure. Go. I'm not scooping until I see my opponent win the game. Oh, shoot. Actually, maybe attacking there was bad anyway, because they're at 40 life. Oh, that's kind of sweet. They can go like Ghostly Flicker, Weather the Storm. You got it. Battle him. All right. Well, we're kind of we're gonna attack all here. We're kind of one draw step away. If we draw Distant or Entrancing Melody, whatever the card that draws cards equal to the number of goblins, we can go like battle him into that and maybe win. We got one turn to do it because Muldrifter kills us next turn. It's a lot of mana. All right, on to round 2. Our opponent's mulliganing. We're gonna keep this hand's pretty solid. Basically, we just want to play against those dirtily snow decks, or like Kadoltha Boros, like any of those like decks that try and interact and gain card advantage. This is Skred Delver. Skred Delver is a problem, but this looks like a snow deck, so I'm pretty happy with that. Lead on Mountain. I don't want to get hit by random artifact hate. Okay, opponent's gaining some life. Alchemist Vial. Alright, they're going off. I like it. So we're gonna go Great Furnace. I'm gonna play Goblin Instigator. I don't think it matters much, but next turn I am going to Manamorphose because there are quite a few good cards we can draw next turn. Yep. Alright, you got all the mana you need. Sure thing. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna Manamorphose here. We're gonna add red. Okay. Can I just go off this turn? I go Seed of the Synod, tap that for blue, cast Krenko's Command. I mean, that's our start anyway, right? Or Mogwar Marshal, sure. So I cast a Brightstone Ritual to add 4 mana. And then I can play Mogwar Marshal into a Battle Hymn that adds 6 mana. I think I wait. Because getting that Goblin War Party with Entwine next turn will be much, much easier. And yeah, if they have a Bolt or any type of kill spell, this gets much worse for us anyway. Yeah. Beautiful art on that Lightning Bolt, by the way. Yeah, there's no reason to force it there. We're not under any pressure. Okay, so they get a land. Probably getting a Plains. Oblivion Ring. Wow. Getting a Goblin. Sure thing. Faithless Looting. Okay, so I kind of want to start... What can I do now? I can go Mogwar Marshal. I'm in the exact same spot as last time, right? But I don't see a need to do anything. I don't really have anything I want to discard either, but I have stuff I want to draw into. Okay, Faithless Looting. I don't really want these mountains, so discard those. Hit for 2. I kind of want to hit card draw, and yeah, basically just card draw. That is so many artifacts. Yeah? Is there some combo here I'm missing? No? Okay, we do not pay the Echo. Okay, that's another Goblin War Party. How much mana can we generate? I can go Krenko's Command, and that costs 2, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 off Brightstone Ritual. And with that 6, I can play a Goblin War Party and go down to 2. And then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I can battle him into Goblin War Party Entwined. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 79, 10, 11, 12. That is actually lethal. Alright. Krenko's Command, Brightstone Ritual, Goblin War Party, battle him, Goblin War Party Entwine, and swing out. Good game. Alright, no sideboarding, run it back. Ooh. Alright, we're on the draw. If we hit any land, this hand is very good. But if we don't hit a land, this hand does literally nothing. The problem with this deck is it mulligans so poorly. I think I gotta keep. It has everything we want, except for mana. But we have 2 draw steps at a mountain, and then we just go off, so it seems alright to me. You know, Metamorphose cannot convert blue to red, unfortunately. Bounce the Raven Inspector, yeah. You can draw cards, as long as we hit a red source right now. Red. Wow, we're very close. Go ahead. The thing is, like, we have quite a few turns. Red. Yeah, okay. Can I just go off? Let's see, I can go Metamorphose for red, and then use one of those reds to cast a Kodoltha Rebirth. I don't really feel the need to do that, so let's just Krenko's Command. Pass turn. We're not dying quickly, so I don't want to burn like all of our combo pieces and then run out of mana or cards. So we'll just take 3. Opponent does not have Electrickery mana, because you need double red. Ooh, they lose their clue. Alright. Let's Metamorphose for red. Krenko's Command. Okay, I think I'm gonna go Goblin Instigator into Shared Discovery. I really want to hit a land drop this turn. There we go. Great Furnace. Pass. Yeah, no real reason to go for it right now. Okay, they still don't have Electrickery mana. Oh, they could have a Fog, right? Moment's Peace or whatever the white one is. That would be rough. Yeah, that would be kind of problematic. I kind of want to wait one more turn, but if they don't have it, I'm pretty sure I can just kill them right now. The longer I wait, the more likely it is that they have it. But I basically have no way to rebuild if I go for it. I'm not going to play around Fog until I see it. So we're going to go Kodoltha Rebirth, sacking... Oh, wait. We're actually kind of limited on red mana, aren't we? You know what? We're going to go next turn. Goblin Instigator. Krenko's Command. Just if we draw any card draw, it's so much better. Uh-oh. Maybe I waited too long. It looks like I'm just dead if they're doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gorilla Shaman can kill... Wow. Yeah. So they kill all of my lands. Should have gone for the Godolphin Rebirth. Yeah, I guess I should have gone for it. I don't know. This card's so bad against my deck in general, but they got me here. So they have 2 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right now I can only hit them for 18 damage. So I need something. A land might have done it. So I can go Brightstone Ritual. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. And then I can go Krenko's Command. That gives me 2. So I'm going to have 5 more goblins. So these 2 get blocked. And I have 11. Oh, am I like literally 1 short? Right? Because I'm making 2 plus 3 is 5. These 2 get blocked. And I have 11 goblins that are all 2/2s. Wow, I'm actually, yeah, I'm literally 1 goblin short. But maybe they don't block, you know? That was gross. Cast with Entwine. Swing out, and, you know, maybe they block badly or miscount or something. Yeah, I could have just killed them last turn. Alright. Concede. Move on. Alright, we get a game 3, which is more exciting. Yeah, quick. That was kind of a misplay. I should have just gone for it when I could. I don't know why I was playing around a White Fog. Go first. I cut a Goblin Warstrike for a Skirk Prospector. Ooh, this hand's good. It just felt better to do that because they're not going to play Fog, and Goblin Warstrike or Skirk Prospector can really help us go off quickly. We're going to lead on Swiftwater Cliffs. I don't think this is a hand that really needs to Springleaf Drum quickly. Also, I kind of want to avoid that Gorilla Shaman. Okay, let's go Krenko's Command. This is better than Mog War Marshal sometimes because it can attack for 2 next turn. Yep. Ooh, okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? Kind of like going Manamorphose for blue-red. Krenko's Command. Okay, let's go Krenko's Command. Great Furnace into Springleaf Drum. That gives us enough mana to cast Distant Melody next turn. And if we top deck any mana source, then we can go Godolphin Rebirth into Distant Melody, and that should just kill them. Well, win us the game, right? Drawing 7 cards is pretty good, I think. Mog War Marshal. Okay, what do we do here? I think I just go double War Marshal. And then next turn we just go off. No attacks. We could hit him for 3, but losing a Goblin's actually a really high cost for us. Ugh. For real? I guess Gorilla Shaman is good against us. Alright. Well, hopefully we can hit a land and we can still use Springleaf Drum. Or Battle Hymn or something like that. Come on. Okay, Battle Hymn does it, right? I don't have a way to filter for blue, so we can go Battle Hymn. And then tap this for blue. And Godolphin Rebirth the Springleaf Drum. That's probably lethal. Goblin. Okay, so we go Great Furnace. Wow, Faithless Looting might get us there. We have double Faithless Looting. I think I'm just going to go and try and win the game right now. So let's go Springleaf Drum because it's basically free. And add blue here. And then we're going to go Godolphin Rebirth, sacrificing the Springleaf Drum. Or Great Furnace just dies to Gorilla Shaman, so. Then we can go Goblin Instigator into Brightstone Ritual. So now's where things get tricky. We can Faithless Looting. My voice is given out, so I can't talk much. So I'm just gonna do it. Faithless Looting. Discard those. Manamorphose. Add blue. Godolphin Rebirth is good. So let's share Discovery first. Okay, share Discovery again. Are you serious? This is kind of unreal. I'll Well, we're gonna call the Rebirth down the Springleaf Drum. Then cast Hordling Outburst. Then Mog War Marshal. Then Skirk Prospector. Flashback Faithless Looting and kind of hope here. Okay, Distant Melody means we can get there. Discard these two. Cast Dragon Fodder. And we can actually use Skirk Prospector so we don't deck ourselves here. Off of the Distant Melody. How many goblins do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need to sacrifice some, I think. How much is this? 8 plus, this is 12, 13, 14, 15, plus 8 is a little suspect. I'm gonna go a little bit lower here. That way, okay, I'm gonna count this again. 8, 12, plus 6 is 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, let's do that. Goblin, we're down to 4, and we just go off. Or Marshall. No! Oh man, we were just going off. So yeah, so we were just gonna play Goblin War Party and kill them, but I wanted to get as much mana as possible. Sweet. So we ended that tournament with winning. I don't know where the prizes went. The winning record. Overall, pretty solid deck, and happy with how it went. I think I'm gonna keep tuning this. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to see me keep playing this, because I would like to keep playing this. See you guys then.